I've lived in Bristol maybe 4.5 years or so.
Lived in Bristol about 5 years now.
I've been skating good 5 years.
Question. I've been skating probably since I was about 9, 10.
I mean, M32's come a long way. I mean, when I was skating it, 4 years ago, it's a completely different place to like it is now. I mean, the social background's come a long way since I've started skating there. It's just a real like nice spot, pretty friendly. Everyone just like gets on with each other, and like the community down there is really nice. So it's definitely come a long way.
Concrete, crazy, hip, quarter pipe. I don't think anyone really knows the name of it, but I call it like the roller coaster. There's like the two step down bits have been smoothed and concreted over. Lots of bits have been patched and concreted over. And like the mini quarter pipe at the top, the little 3-foot, 2-foot, 3-foot quarter pipe, that's like been given a whole sort of bowl corner so you can sort of carve around it like a bowl, and it's got a nice hip as well, so you can hit the hip going into it. That's a whippy hip, you can get some nice height off of that. There's been some issues with the council for sure, like, I mean, unfortunately there's a lot of fires down there. Like, I think, some of the homeless population sort of stay there and have fires and stuff, and some of them get out of control, and arsonists as well. And sometimes noise as well, like the house is closer to the bottom of it, where the half pipe used to be. Like, they made complaints all the time about the half pipe. I think from the trucks hitting the coping made a noise, but love a half pipe, so tough one really. Yeah, so they didn't like that, so they got rid of the wooden ramps. But yeah, sometimes they give us grief, but I think largely they let us crack on.
Other than like the old half pipe being burnt down, not many issues at all. I mean, they kind of just let it slide, never really bother us. Kind of pretty happy with us being there. No one really comes up from, they sort of just leave it alone, and just let us get on with skating there and being there.
But yeah, some of the most fun times at M32 is like the Halloween jam in particular is my favourite jam there. Like, yeah, there's like an annual Halloween jam that happens there. Everyone dresses up, crazy boards, yeah, punk bands smashing it all night, drummers insane, like crazy energy there. It's like filled, and everyone's just smashing it, going for it. So the energy there is just, yeah, infectious. Especially seeing everyone skate dressed up. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, various other events too actually, like flea markets down there are always fun. I think they have them monthly or every other month, and yeah, they're loads of energy. Just like people selling various things, they're doing big graph pieces. Like, yeah, a lot of stuff happening down there.
I mean, it's just a bit of a janky park, it's all DIY, so everything's a little bit crusty, but that adds an extra level of skill, I think. It just takes a bit more like commitment to hit things and send things, which I quite like. It's not just like smooth and smooth sailing. Everything's kind of nice and built correctly. Just adds a whole little bit of difficulty to the park, which I think is really nice.
And yeah, I mean, I've only been here for about 5 years, so I can only speak from my experience on the past 5 years. But I think it's definitely, it's had waves, Sometimes there's like a band of crackheads and stuff that come in and like occupy the area and make it a bit sketchy sometimes for people to be alone around or leave their stuff around late at night when they're on their own and stuff. But it's like a community thing really. Like when there's more skaters that are skating it, there's less problems there because, you know, I think the skaters act as a deterrent from all of like the shady stuff that is not cool, really. But yeah, I hear it was pretty barren, pretty ruthless in that particular area before like the skate scene sort of emerged there, and yeah, I'm sure it's had a positive impact there. It definitely, yeah, it's a really unique park, I think. It's like, it's unique in that it's got a lot of like hidden lines there, I think. Like, once you get there, if you haven't seen people skate particular lines and you're there for the first time, it can take you a long time to work out all the different ways you can skate the park. But it's very like, I don't know, it's quite crusty. I mean, the crust has been reduced ever since, you know, the patchwork keeps coming in and like people keep fixing stuff and adding stuff, but it's still got the same like crusty flair to it. So yeah, I mean, other parks have got their own flair to it too. A lot of parks like have pretty, you know, uniform layouts and stuff, whereas this is a pretty unique layout, I'd say. Yeah.
Say it's more like, you know, it's more of a friendly sport, you know. I mean, you get outside your comfort zone. I mean, you meet new people in like the skate community because, you know, the skate community is so big. You know, it's just meeting friends and just getting out and about really, not sitting inside and, you know, just being out with your friends, you know, just having a good time, I think, for sure.